the time column. Time column. Now, time is usually measured between 0 and 1. It occurs to a lot of decimals, places for precision, basically. Okay. Now, yours is showing day months here. Yes, if your system, computers, if your laptop format is day months here, it will show day months here. Okay. Hello, if your laptop format is day month here, it will show day month here. If you look down in your laptop at the bottom where you have the time, if the format showing is 16/10/2024, then that is day month here. It will make use of day month here in the date column. Okay, so if you try to convert to, if you type month dates here, okay, say for instance, you type 29, you type 4/29/2021, that is when you have issue. Okay, so let's proceed. Now, the time column, usually between 0 and 1. So you have decimal places and all of that. Okay, now we're going to convert this column as well to time. Okay, to time. So I'll select this column and then you see that if I click this drop down, all the numbers I have here is from 0 point something all the way to 0.99, from 0.00 something to 0.99. Okay, so your time is usually between 0 and 1, and the reason is because if I type here, if I type 2 inside this cell and I try to convert this 2 to time, you see what it tells me? 12 a.m. If I type 3 inside the cell and I say let me convert this 3 to time, see what it tells me? 12 a.m. If I type 1 inside the cell and I try to convert the 1 to time, you see what I have? It's still 12 a.m. So anything more than 1 is 12 a.m. But if I now have 0.9 in the cell, you can see that 0.9 is what? 9:36 p.m. Do you see? So there's a way it uses decimal to calculate time so that it will not confuse itself. Because remember that there's a way numbers are used to calculate dates. So it doesn't want to use number to calculate time as well. So they use decimals. Okay, so I'll delete this and we proceed. No, let me undo instead. Okay, good. So we're going to convert this time column to actual time. Time. Okay. Now, for the email column, okay, for the email column, what do you do? Remember, we want to extract the customer names out because we see that it follows a particular format. First name underscore last name at gmail.com. So we're going to extract out the customer name. And how do we do that? How do we extract out the customer name? We can use flash fill. We can also use text to column, but in this instance, we're going to use the flash fill, okay, to do it quickly. So I'm going to insert a new column, the email. We want to use flash fill. So meaning I'm going to give examples, okay? So I'm going to insert here a new column, and then I'm going to call this column customer name. Okay, now in here, what is the customer name I'm going to give? So the first example is Caroline jumper. That is the first example. Okay, and then I'll press Control E. So Control E, it now looks like I already copied the names from somewhere. I just pasted it here, but no. Based on the first example I gave, Excel was able to see that, oh, this is what I need to do. Do you see that? So I have the customer name easily, without stress. Okay, now we now check the email column again to make sure there are no blanks. Okay, no blanks, no other issues. What of in the customer name? Is there anyone that developed blank somewhere? Okay, no blank. Everything looks okay, beautiful. So we're done with this first five. Okay, I'm moving on to another set, the gender column. So the gender column looks okay to me, but let's check this filter icon. Beautiful. What is the data quality issue that you see here? Wow, inconsistency. Beautiful. I like that word. But that is the exact word, that is the terminology we use. Okay, so it has consistency issues. Beautiful. Okay, so if they say you should categorize the different data issues that you notice in your data, you will talk about inconsistency here. Okay, so it is not consistent. So we need to fix this. So we notice first that how many genders do we actually have, or how many genders are meant to be there? How many genders are we meant to have normally, based on what we can see here? Two genders. Two genders. Beautiful. Now, we now need to decide the notation to use for each gender. So what should we use to denote each gender? We're going to use female and male. Okay, let's use female and male. Female and male. Okay, now, how can I correct this? Find and replace. Find and replace. Someone says sort and filter. We could go by that route as well, but that would take longer time. So find and replace is the easiest approach to this. I'm really loving this class. Find and replace. Find and replace. So we're going to replace F and FE with what? Female. So anywhere it sees F, it will replace with female. Everywhere it sees FE, it will replace with female. Then anywhere it sees M, it will replace with male. Anywhere it sees man, it will replace with male. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, so the first thing is to select the column, isn't it? Then press your Control F. Control F will bring out this window for you. Okay, then you will click on the replace option. Replace option. Now, find what replace with. So I'm going to say find F and replace with female. Okay, find F, replace with female. And I will say match entire cell contents. So that it's not just going to be replacing all the F it sees, even if it is not only F in the cell. Okay, so I need to make sure that it is only where it has F in the cell that it replaces. So I'll tell it to match entire cell contents. I'll tick this box and I will click replace all. So it says all done, we made 168 replacements. Oh, nice. If I check this filter icon, I see that where I have F, it has gone, meaning there's no more instance of F in the data. It is now either FE or female because we've replaced all the F with female. So I now need to replace FE as well. So I'll come back here and I'll say find FE, replace with female. This box is already ticked. Beautiful. So I will click replace all. Good. Do you see that? Okay. So if I come here again, nice. So I have sorted out the female issues. So now I have M and man to replace with male. So I'll come here, look for M, replace with man, sorry, with male. Match entire cell content. Then I'll say replace all. It says we made 341 replacements. Wow. Okay. I'll click OK. And I'll come here again. And let's look for man, replace with male. I'll replace all as well. 14 replacements. Beautiful. Okay. So now we check again. Beautiful. So now we have just female and male. So if I want to do analysis by gender, sales performance by gender, I'll see how much we are earning or how much female is generating and how much male is generating. Instead of seeing how much F is generating, FE is generating, female is generating, M is generating, male is generating, man is generating. Okay, so that is the beauty of data cleaning. Okay, that is the beauty of data cleaning. Okay, now the next column, the address column. We already identified the fact that for this column, we need to split it into different columns. Okay, into different columns. So what are we going to do? Now, I need how many columns? I need two new columns. This column will contain the city, which is the first data, right? Then I have the states separated by comma. So that is another column. Then I have the country separated by double forward slashes. So that is another column. So I need two new columns. I will insert first column, insert the second column. Then I will select this column. And how do we split? We use our text to column, isn't it? I'll come to data and I'll click on text to column. All right. Then delimited, because we know that we have characters separating each field in the data. And I'll click next. Now, under the delimiters, I'm going to select comma and then forward slash. So now I will deselect tab. I have comma here. Now, once I click comma, you will see how it will separate it in the preview here. Click comma. Boom. Do you see that? So now I have the city in one column, but I still have the state and country. So I need to split this as well. So I'll say order. Okay. Under order, I would give forward slash in here. All right. Give forward slash in here. Now, when I give forward slash, I see that it splits this into a column. Then I have an empty column before I have the country. Why? Because there are two forward slashes. So I need to tell it that the two forward slashes is not two, is one. You should treat it as. So I will need to tick this box. When I tick this box, okay, you can see now that I sort it properly. So after this, you click on next. Okay. After you click order and you type your forward slash, tick this box that says treat consecutive delimiters as one. We click on next and we click finish. Boom. Do you see that? So I'll rename this as city. This is state. And this is country. And we are done with those ones. Do you see that? So I'll check the city. Any issues, any blanks, no blanks. For state as well, no blanks. And for country, how many country do I have? Germany, Poland, USA. Okay, and that's it. So for your segment column, let's see what we have on segments. Let's see. Boom. I notice I have consume and I have consumer. I have consume and I have consumer. So I'm going to untick this and I'll check consumer. How many consumer do I have? Oh, I have quite a number of consumers. Okay. Untick this and tick consume. How many consume do I have? Just two. So it tells me that consumer is the correct one, not consume. So I'll just double click here and add R to the end. Double click here and add R to the end. So these are the customer segments. So for the customer segment, I have three customer segments: consumer, corporate, home office. Then I'll clear filter from segments. For your identification columns, you really don't do any cleaning on it because you don't know what is the actual ID. So if you just have blanks, you need to fix the blank and that's all. But there's no blank there. Now, finally, for the quantity column, the same way all the numbers are grouped under the year in the dates. When you are dealing with numbers, okay, if you have 5 occurrences of number 10, everything will be grouped under 10. So if I scroll down and I now have some numbers that are not grouped. For instance, now this is looking like 15, but it's more like 1S. So it tells me there's something wrong with this. This as well, 50, 90. But there's something wrong because 50 should not be here. It should be under 50 in this place. Let me see. I have 50 here. You're supposed to have grouped it with this. Okay, so I will need to go up. I will deselect all. I will scroll down and I will select only this one I have issues with. 1S 5090 and click OK. So now I see that instead of numbers, it is letters the person type. You want to type 0. 0 is actually letter O. You now mistakenly type letter O. Excel is now reading it as alphanumeric instead of just number. So I'll change this O to 0. Good. You can see it moves here immediately. I'll change this S to 5. Nice. 50 to 50. Nice. 1S to 5 as well. Beautiful. Okay. Right. We clear filter. So now we check again. Scroll down. and you don't have those issues. So everything looks nice now. And you are done with the basic cleaning on the first sheet. Ooh, that was quite a task. Do you see that? So data cleaning is not just a walk in the park. I have to carefully go through each one of them. And there are some data that are even more dirtier than this one. So what is left for us now to do to proceed with our analysis is to bring the details of the products from this product sheet into the sales table using our VLOOKUP. So that is where we're going to kick off the class.
Endeavor to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you. See you in our next class. Bye-bye.